Making a woman think of you isn't about using cheap tricks or cheesy pickup lines. It's about showing her that you're a thoughtful, caring person who values her as a person. In this video, we'll explore some tips on how to make a woman think of you in a positive way. Whether you're looking to start a new relationship or strengthen an existing one, these tips can help you create a connection that she won't be able to forget. Let's get started. 1. Pay attention to the little things. When we want to make a good impression, we tend to focus on the big picture, the grand gestures, the things that stand out. But in reality, what really sets someone apart in most cases is their attention to detail. It's those little things that make all the difference. For example, remembering her favorite coffee order, noticing when she wears a new piece of jewelry, or seeing through her when she wears that fake smile when something isn't right. These seemingly small actions show that you are observant and attentive, and that you genuinely care about her as a person. This, my friend, is the most attractive thing to a woman. It's like planting little seeds in her mind that will blossom into positive associations with you. And the best part? It's not even about trying to manipulate her into thinking of you. When you pay attention to the little things, it's a reflection of who you are as a person and how much you value her. 2. Be someone worth missing. When you meet someone who is kind, interesting, and genuinely cares about others, don't you want to spend more time with them? You want to get to know them better, hear their stories, and enjoy their company, right? Now, let's take this a step further. If you're consistently that person who adds value to others' lives, who makes them feel seen, heard, and appreciated, they're going to miss you when you're not around. It's that simple. They'll remember the conversations you had, the moments you shared, and the way you made them feel. That's why being someone worth missing is such a powerful strategy when it comes to making a woman think of you. If you're focused on being the kind of person who adds value to her life, she's going to naturally want to spend more time with you. She'll think of you when you're not around because she'll miss the way you make her feel, the conversations you had, and the laughter you shared. 3. Learn the art of being memorable. Being memorable means that you make an impression on someone that lasts beyond the initial interaction. It means that you stand out in their mind and they remember you long after you've parted ways. And when it comes to making a woman think of you, being memorable is key. Now, why does being memorable work? Well, think about it. Women are approached by a lot of men, especially in social situations. They may meet someone new every time they go out. And the prettier she is, the more attention she'll likely get, in most cases though. So, if you want to be the guy she thinks of after the night is over, you need to do something to stand out from the crowd. But how do you do that? There are a few ways. First, you can be genuinely interesting. Talk to her about something that you're passionate about, or share a unique perspective on a topic. If you can engage her in a thoughtful conversation that's different from what she's used to hearing, she's more likely to remember you. Another way to be memorable is to be confident and charismatic. Women are attracted to men who exude confidence and charm. If you can make her laugh, smile, and feel comfortable around you, she's more likely to remember you as someone she enjoyed spending time with. Lastly, you can be memorable by doing something unexpected or thoughtful. Maybe you offer to buy her a drink, or you show her a cool spot in the city that she's never been to before. Whatever it is, if you do something that catches her off guard in a positive way, she's more likely to remember you as someone who was different from the rest. 4. Create an emotional connection. Creating emotional connections means finding ways to tap into a woman's emotions and make her feel something special when she's around you. It's about creating positive associations and memories that she'll associate with you and think of you fondly. One way to do this is by being attentive to her needs and showing genuine interest in what she has to say. When you listen to her and respond with empathy, you're creating a connection that goes beyond just surface-level small talk. You're showing her that you care about her as a person and that she can trust you with her thoughts and feelings. Another way to create emotional connections is by sharing experiences together that are meaningful and memorable. This could be anything from trying a new activity together to sharing a deep conversation over coffee. When you create positive memories with someone, it strengthens your bond and makes it more likely that they'll think of you in a positive light. 5. Use the power of unpredictability. We are naturally drawn to novelty and excitement. When you're unpredictable, you keep things interesting and keep her on her toes. This can be especially effective when you're trying to build attraction with someone. So, what does unpredictability actually look like in practice? It can be as simple as mixing things up in your conversations with her. Maybe one day you're cracking jokes and being lighthearted, and the next day you're more serious and introspective. You could surprise her with a thoughtful gesture, like bringing her favorite snack or sending her a funny meme out of the blue. The key is to keep her guessing and to avoid falling into predictable patterns. This doesn't mean being inconsistent or flaky, but rather finding ways to inject spontaneity and surprise into your interactions with her. When you're unpredictable, you become a more exciting and dynamic presence in her life. She'll start to look forward to seeing what you'll do or say next, and she'll be more likely to think of you when you're not around. 6. Use the seduction in shared interests. We all know that we tend to quickly get attracted to people who share similar interests and hobbies. So if you find out what a woman is passionate about and genuinely share that passion, it can create a strong bond between the two of you. For instance, if you both love hiking, you could suggest going on a hike together. This not only gives you the opportunity to spend time with her, but it also shows that you share a common interest. And the more time you spend together doing something you both enjoy, the more she'll associate you with that positive experience. The key here is to be genuine. Don't pretend to like something just to impress her. If you're not into hiking, for example, it's better to find another shared interest that you both genuinely enjoy. Another benefit of using shared interests as a psychological strategy is that it can help you establish common ground and create a deeper connection with her. You'll have more to talk about, and she'll feel like you really get her. So, my advice to you would be to do a little digging and find out what a woman is interested in. Maybe she's a fan of a particular TV show or movie, or maybe she's really into a certain hobby or sport. Once you know what she likes, see if you share any of those same interests. If you do, bring it up in conversation and watch the magic happen. 7. The enchantment of emotional vulnerability. When you share your emotions with someone, it shows that you trust and respect them enough to be open and honest. This can create a sense of intimacy and connection that is hard to ignore. However, it's important to approach this strategy with care. You don't want to force your emotions on someone or use vulnerability as a manipulation tactic. Instead, focus on building a genuine connection and allowing yourself to be vulnerable when it feels appropriate. One way to do this is to share stories or experiences that have emotional significance to you. For instance, you could talk about a time when you felt really scared or overwhelmed, or share something that makes you feel particularly happy or grateful. By opening up in this way, you allow the woman to see a different side of you and create a more authentic connection. This can make her think of you in a more positive and meaningful way and may even spark feelings of attraction or interest. 8. Use the captivation of thoughtfulness. Basically, this strategy involves showing genuine thoughtfulness towards the woman you're interested in. It means going beyond just compliments or gifts and really paying attention to her needs and wants. If she mentions that she's been stressed at work, for instance, you could offer to take her out for a relaxing evening, or even send her a care package with her favorite snacks and a note of encouragement. By doing things like this, you're showing that you care about her as a person and that you're paying attention to her needs. And when someone feels cared for and valued, they're more likely to think about the person who made them feel that way. In conclusion, making a woman think of you isn't about using tricks or manipulation. It's about being a thoughtful, caring person who takes the time to get to know her and show her that she's valued. Of course, it's important to remember that not every woman will be interested in you, and that's okay. But by using the tips in this video, you can increase your chances of making a lasting impression and building a meaningful relationship.